Scarlet?
Come in, Mike.
Your door was open. You don't seem surprised. How did you know it was me?
I would have known if it wasn't you. Footsteps are like signatures.
That's an interesting skill to have picked up.
In case you haven't guessed already, I don't have much of a social life. What is it you needed, Mike? Got another story to pass along?
Yes, but it's complicated.
That so? What a surprise. Very little about you seems simple. I was pretty certain you might be Interpol or military. But my gut tells me intelligence. But none of my contacts have heard of you.
Contacts? So you've been checking up on me?
I didn't want to, but you really don't leave me much choice if I want to know the truth.
If I was intelligence, is that something you think I'd tell a journalist?
You tell me. And I'd like you to be honest with me, if you can. I think I deserve that much.
There's not much to say. I used to work for the United States government. I still do, in my own way.
What do you mean?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. When you met me in Saudi Arabia, that was my last official mission with the US. After that, I've been on my own. Except for people I've met on the way. Like you.
It doesn't sound like you've had a chance to relax in Saudi Arabia.
That's an understatement.
My military and intelligence contacts didn't have much on you.
Not surprising.
So, I checked the corporate gossip. Halbeck's taken quite an interest in you.
Let's just say Leyland and I don't see eye to eye on business practices. You ever met him?
At press conferences? Quite the snake. But that doesn't explain why Halbeck would be after you.
He's just jealous of my wardrobe. His rise up the corporate ladder hasn't done much for his fashion sense, so he's taking it out on me.
I guess a straight answer was too much to hope for. Keep your secrets then. I don't care.
Scarlet, it's a long story and I don't have the time to tell you.
Then why are you here?
Because I need your help, that's why. I have something Halbeck wants to keep buried. It's evidence. And I can't think of better hands for it to be in than yours. It concerns that airliner in the Middle East. The one that was brought down by the missile.
What do you want me to do?
If you don't hear from me in 24 hours, then take it to the nearest newspaper or television station. Halbeck may try and stop you, but I'm guessing you're smarter than they are.
So you trust me enough for this, but not enough to give me the whole story.
It's better you not know.
All right then. I'll help you, Mike. But next time, it might help if you trusted people a bit more.
So, the secret hand of Al-Samad returns, and thick with the blood of its followers. I never should have agreed to your terms.
No one was pointing a gun to your head. Well, except me. Do you have what I need or not?
You must convince me it is worth the price, I think. And your motivations in this are still unclear. Perhaps you intend to murder me next?
I didn't feel like killing you back in Saudi, and I don't feel like killing you now. Trust me, you're more valuable alive. Now, do you want to bring Halbeck down or not?
Just Halbeck? No. I think you can do more for us.
Such as?
You know as well as I do. These events that Halbeck has set in motion, they are not well researched. They are conflicts. And then there are wars. What they have started, it is a fire that will sweep the globe.
And that concerns you?
When these events will make my country suffer more than it deserves? Yes. And when another may shoulder the rightful blame? Again, yes.
Rightful blame.
Indeed. Are you prepared to betray your own country, Agent Thornton? When I speak of blame, it is the United States that is the one responsible for these events.
I've come this far, and I'm already acting against its best intentions, apparently.
And you have no doubts on this?
No. After that missile nearly obliterated me in Saudi, it's easy to tell who your friends are and who needs to die.
Very well. You should know the Alpha Protocol you are under. It is designed for such abuse, and you are a victim of it.
I know, but I walked into it, and it's my job to fix it.
I see. But you have come for help, or simply to call a favor due. I have information that should be of use to you in hurting Halbeck. Accounts, transactions, and knowledge of their involvement with your program. And of course, the missile codes you asked for. Although I fail to see what use they are to you.
That's a start.
A start?
Yes. I need you to broadcast something for me. I have a suspicion that's going to cause quite a stir where I'm headed.
Did you take care of what you had to do?
Everything's in place. How about you?
It shouldn't be much longer.
Are you safe?
Probably safer than you. Mike, if this doesn't work...
Goodbye, Mina. Mind if I sit here?
Go ahead. It'll save me from having to call in the squad. All done running?
Never was.
Yeah, well, whatever you call it, I'm here to bring you in. Glad you're not making a fuss about this.
I called you, remember?
So, here we are, Agent Thornton.
Guess you can go home again.
If by home you mean prison. Mr. Westridge first spoke to you in this room, didn't he?
Interrogated, actually. It was a really dull conversation.
When he asked you why you volunteered for Alpha Protocol, do you remember what you told him?
I think I said it was my duty to volunteer. It sure feels that way now. I guess I'm an adrenaline junkie. And the women, of course.
I'm not sure we need a cowboy.
You need someone, or I wouldn't be here.
Well, that didn't turn out like you thought. When the reality met the expectation, reality won out. There's a lesson there, I think. You see, that's what I find interesting about you as a case study. When it came down to it, you found your job was more important. The mission. Maybe a hint of duty. We all imagine how we'd act when tested, but not many people ever get the chance. You did. Did you like who you became, Mike, when reality came knocking? You'll have to excuse me, but I asked for this next part to be recorded for posterity. I wanted to make sure it's captured perfectly. All right, Thornton. I think you misunderstand me. You see, I'm not here to gloat. I'm here to offer you a deal.
I'm not giving up the film footage, see?
I don't care, Mike. That's a separate appointment in my calendar. Right now, we're discussing you and Helbeck.
What are you talking about?
If you stay here, it isn't going to turn out well for you. The best you could have hoped for was to be captured by Alpha Protocol. Then they can erase you, quietly. To me, that seems like a waste of talent.
Really?
Really? Do you know why I used you in the first place?
I'm all ears.
Because I recognize an asset when I see it. That is the reason Helbeck is where it is today, and why our numbers are so high. It's also why Mr. Marburg chose to work for me. It's because I recognize value, and I reward loyalty.
You're offering me a job.
Mike, you already work for me. I just like to make it official. We have an excellent insurance package.
What makes you think I'd even consider that?
Because you can't go back. You killed CIA agents in the line of duty. Those Marines you killed in Moscow. No American agent gets away with that in the end. You're not pretending to be a rogue agent anymore. You are one. They'll execute you. Me, I have a different perspective on the situation. I know what you did needed to be done to achieve results. It's a rare quality to find someone willing to think outside the box.
I still haven't heard your terms yet. And it sounds like you've made this offer before.
This was the same talk Marburg and I had a long time ago, although I didn't know his agency connection when I hired him. You're a special case. I was able to recruit right from the source. So, a few things. One, you're going to be executed at worst, or at best, spend life in a CIA prison in Eastern Europe. Two, this will be the last conversation you will have with another human being. And three, it really wasn't my fault that this whole situation happened, but I think you already recognize that.
I'm listening.
Mike, your government needed my contracts. They hired me to build this place, and worst of all, they created you.
Worst of all?
Yes, because when they create programs like this, there's no accountability. And when people never have to answer for the things they do...
People need to be protected. Sometimes it's necessary.
No, it's not. You're sitting in a cell because of it. Your life over. Because of something they did, they'll never have to answer for. I can fix that. We can fix that.
How?
Make them accountable. I don't need Alpha Protocol anymore. It's going to be shut down, sanitized. But if selected footage reached the world about its presence, well, that might be the best for all parties.
What? So you can make new hostilities, drive up sales?
My role in this is already protected. You got my missiles back. Shahid is dead, and all your operations in Taipei, Moscow, Rome, it didn't change anything. I can give you freedom, a new lease on life, even a villa of your choosing anywhere in the world. All I need is your cooperation. So, is it a deal or not? A future or no future at all?
So, I say yes. Now what happens?
Any moment, soldiers are going to come through that door and take you back to the medical bay you started this whole business in. Me, they could care less about, as long as I'm still around to negotiate with senators and forget I ever saw anything here.
So all I need to do is escape. And then... what?
You have friends as well as enemies. One will contact you soon enough, I imagine. You're resourceful that way. You won't have much time until they sanitize this facility and destroy all the existing records. You'll need to get that data, and I doubt the staff will allow you to reach it.
So you want me to expose this place?
Yes, I have a vested interest in seeing this program be dragged out into the light.
All right.
There is one other thing. Miss Tang, Mina, the one who helped you, I'm afraid she'll have to be killed.
She's here?
Yes, we were able to intercept her before she left. She put up quite a fight, but unfortunately she was captured. So now that needs to be corrected. I'm asking you to do it.
Why?
If you need a reason, speak to her. You'll understand why after the conversation.
I doubt it.
We'll see. Are you ready, Mike? The grand finale's about to begin. Once the soldiers come through that door, it's going to be you against the world.
You know, I don't like you much.
This, Mike, is business, and I really don't care. For the record, I think you're a pain in the ass, but I prefer to see results and not let emotions bleed into it.
Let's get this started then.
I almost feel sorry for them.
Don't. I'll make it quick.
Agent Thornton, allowing yourself to be captured, making us go through the effort of bringing you here. Well done.
It was the only way to find this place quickly, and I knew you were looking for me. It seemed time to kill two birds with one stone, pardon the metaphor.
Indeed. Well, as I said, well done. Well, I confess I'm disappointed things ended like this. I was hoping to convince you to work for us. If not Halbeck, then the VCI. But that would depend on you.
Not a chance.
I don't expect I'll see you again, Agent Thornton. Your mission ends here.
Doc will be along in just a bit to administer your meds. Nice knowing you, Thornton.
Michael, darling. I was wondering why you were tied up, although I had not expected the reason to be so literal.
Z, good to see you. You'll have to excuse me if I don't get up.
Oh, you will rise to the occasion, Michael, I am sure. It is good you have time to rest with all this trouble going on. This bed, this is how you woke up here, yeah?
The restraints were a little weaker the first time, and I'm not doped up.
The restraints? Are they too tight?
Yeah, they're chafing.
Oh, that is a shame.
So is there a reason you swung by? I'd offer you a chair, but...
I am here because I never got the chance to tell you my feelings. And now you have no choice but to listen.
Great.
Why, Michael, I never thanked you. Humiliating Conrad like that. A girl dreams of such things happening to her boss.
Good. If you want to thank me, then let me go.
Not quite yet, I think. You are a good agent, Michael. But you see, that is your problem. If you keep taking orders, you will not be free. Not really. This is why you are tied up now.
Can you get to the point? I'm late for my own execution.
Leyland, I have seen his talks with you, the recordings. He is right in a way. Following blindly without question, it opens itself to abuse.
I heard this already.
Yes, but now I will show you how this lesson helps you. I do not like orders so much. I break the rules all the time. Sometimes I ask too many questions. For example, why are you restrained like this? When it would be so much more fun if you were free shooting people.
I would agree.
Because things look so much better when lit by muzzle flashes, I think.
What the hell is going on in there?
You look naked without your weapons. They are in the locker nearby. Get dressed, and let us start killing. Now, you must get to the Global Monitoring Center and get access to the system. And all its secrets.
What the hell was that crazy German woman running around like it's a sunny day? Gonna get herself killed.
is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Damn, which one?
Last chance, guys. Back up your files.
Looks like I've got a message. Big one. What the hell are all these files? Recordings?
Agent Thornton, I have been attempting to reach you, without success.
Omen. Well, I've been preoccupied.
I am calling to warn you, and to ask for your assistance. After the attack on President Sung, we analyzed the camera footage from the security systems and from news crews attending the rally. This footage is attached. The woman you were traveling with, Scarlet Lake. Do you know her well?
Uh-oh.
We have several recordings that show her with a sniper rifle at the rally. She was well hidden, but she was unable to mask her presence entirely. She is the one who attempted to assassinate President Sung. Do whatever checks you need to do on the footage. We are convinced of her role in this. She must answer for this. But we have been unable to find her, or reach you. I do not believe you had a hand in this, Agent Thornton, and I trust you will do what is right. But if you are responsible, there is nowhere you both can hide from me.
Scramble, people, let's move it!
I hear you, Z.
I could use your help. Can you come meet me? It will need to be quick, I'm afraid.
Looks like they're flooding the place.
Get to high ground, Michael. I am sure the rats will follow. Without you, darling. Do not be much longer. There are more men here than I think I can handle at once.
You made it out, I see. Resourceful. But before you get to the server room, there's one last loose end. Miss Tang. She'll need to be dealt with. If we let her live, shutting down Alpha Protocol won't matter. We'll soon have other problems.
sparring with you. Guess you deserved it, huh?
Finally you show up. Help me with the cleaning. Michael, do not be afraid. Go on in. I'll close the door so that you are not
You're not getting far. I'll be watching you.
Looks like Parker's been keeping himself busy. I'll have to terminate his contract.
Expected Halbeck to turn on us sooner than this. Hurry and set those charges.
He's wiping the data banks. Stop him before he destroys the evidence, or we'll have nothing.
only a few minutes to stop them and the agents guarding them. I do not wish to go home.
After turrets, their tax dollars are worth.
control, Parker?
Downloading the files now. I need you to draw your fire.
Give it up, Thornton. You're not gonna live through this.
Parker, stop. I'm warning you.
Well done, Thornton. Now let's leave this place, shall we? The evidence, but I cut off your escape route and your air.
Headed to the surface. Make sure you get to cover.
Great. Running out of staff. Darcy, get your men ready.
On it. Mikey won't get by me.
We will not be flying out of here then. I am growing to hate those Halbeck missiles.
You and me both. Heading for the wreckage. There might be survivors.
Hey, Mikey. Good to see you. Glad you made it out here to our live fire range. No more practice runs for you. This is the real deal. Keep him busy. I'll be back in a second.
Did you reach the crash site, Michael?
No, there's another helicopter in the way.
Ah, then I will call you back later after you have killed it.
squad to your location.
My computer radar has gone ping, ping, ping. Have you called for a boat to come to the island?
It must be Westridge's ride. He was in charge here.
I suggest you intercept it, and your boss. The topside buildings here are all entrances to an underground facility. The structure ahead is the entrance to the boat pens.
Thornton, right below you is the facility dry dock. It seems our Mr. Westridge is flooding the tunnels and planning to escape by boat.
Well, we can't have that, can we? At least not without saying goodbye.
Deal with him, and then we're going to take the boat ourselves.
Sounds like a plan. I'm on it.
Your ride is coming, Michael. Open the doors, will you, darling? You must trust me.
Nice job, Mike. But I can't let you leave with that data. Give up now, and we'll go easy on you.
Fuck off, Westridge. Just make sure you don't run away before we get to chat.
Take him out.
Michael, the transport is coming in, and the base, they're filling up. Can you hurry and kill your friend, please?
Looks like Westridge is holed up in his control room. He's got men swarming the area.
Remove the pests, and then go in after your boss. Without his men, I think he will be more direct with you. As for the incoming vessel, let me handle that.
Keep the water flowing. It shouldn't be long until we can launch the boat.
got your attention.
If you're gonna kill me, then do it.
I'm not sure I want to. Yet. I guess I need some closure. I couldn't have made it into Alpha Protocol if you hadn't chosen me. What I want to know is why.
I needed someone who could kill Shahid, get the missiles back, and keep their mouth shut. I needed someone I could trust.
I didn't have much choice. Orders and all.
That's your defense? Then it's mine too. I had my orders. We carry them out, send out agents, and we don't ask why. Say what you will. You had what it took to get the job done, and then some. That's why you were selected.
It was my life.
What life? You knew the odds going in. You wanted to serve your country. Well, this is it.
If I stayed in the program, I'd have ended up like you, or worse, like Parker. Then someone would have come along who owes one of their corporate buddies a favor, Halbeck or someone else, and we get used because we've been conditioned never to ask.
So you're working with Halbeck now? Figures.
We were all working for them. Now I've just removed you from the equation.
What? You gunning for a job? Halbeck's new chief of security?
My goals are a little higher than that. Any last words?
Yeah. Go to hell.
Not the best I've heard, but... Yancey Westridge, I'm placing you under arrest. You're going down with the ship. They may not blow this place, and if they don't, then your home is going to be a courtroom for the next few years. If you even get that far. They'll probably claim you were acting without their knowledge. That you enacted Alpha Protocol, went rogue.
Where are you going?
Now that I'm out of the box, it's my world now. I helped shape it. It was easier than I thought. And it's time to make some changes, I think. Give me a year or two. I'll have enough on Halbeck that I'll be running the show. For now, Chief of Security in a villa in Italy is enough for me. And who knows? When they make another Alpha Protocol, maybe I'll use it, just like Leyland did. Opportunity knocks, Westridge. And it's people like you that leave the door open. Either way, you'll answer to me eventually.
Agent Thornton, I see you have the evidence.
Took some doing, but here you go. Keep it safe. Or not, depending on how you want to use it.
I'm still debating that part. I think it'll depend on what happens in the next few hours. If there's nothing else, shall we?
Here's the thing, Leyland. I don't really need you anymore.
Oh? And how do you figure that?
I traveled all over the world to stop you. You think I didn't make a network of my own? Shahid and Al-Samad, they may not like me, but both are willing to do business with me. I've got one of the highest ranking officers of the Chinese secret police on my side. Stephen Heck. Z. You hired Scarlet to kill Sung, but now she's with me. So, I don't need you anymore. I can make my own Halbeck. Then I can make the world any way I want.
I see. So, you're going to kill me then?
No, just leave you here. You're responsible for this whole mess, so I think it's better you stay and answer all the questions that are gonna come out.
And what makes you think?
See you, Leyland. You taught me a lot. Now I'm gonna teach you a few things about how to shape the world. Can't say I'll be sad to leave this place. Although knowing where here is would be nice. Guess there's not much else to do except head out and see what happens. Story of my life. No sense changing it now. Then again, maybe losing myself for a while might not be so bad. Now the only challenge is to keep from getting bored. At least now I've got time to figure it out. And maybe change a few things about the world while I'm at it.
wake of Halbech's precipitous market drop, Russian heavy industry has experienced a sudden surge in weapons manufacturing contracts. Sources within the Russian government tell INN that Russia will be moving away from foreign imports in the coming months. What effect such a move might have on the world economy remains to be seen. A series of coordinated bombings in the West Bank left hundreds dead earlier today, in an attack carried out by the Al-Samad terror network. In a video statement claiming credit for the attack, Al-Samad leader Ali Shahid said that these attacks would continue until Al-Samad's demands were met, demands which include a complete pullout of American troops from the entirety of the Islamic world. The attacks were carried out using primitive homemade explosives, which limited the casualties. Experts say that had the suicide bombers had access to high-quality military-grade bombs, the death toll could have easily been twice as high. INN Middle East policy analysts have attributed this fact to the recent drop in arms trafficking in the region, since coalition forces shut down the arms network of Mohammed Omar bin Nasri earlier this month. On the one-month anniversary of the Roman Museum bombing, thousands turned up for a candlelight vigil in memory of the fallen. Leading the crowd was Madison St. James, an American woman who very nearly died in the attack. Miss St. James has become a striking political figure in the previous weeks, having spoken at the EU headquarters in Strasbourg, the US Senate, and the Mid-East Unity Conference in Riyadh. She has called for reforms in anti-terror legislation, citing sweeping human rights violations that are ultimately ineffectual at combating terrorism. Uncertainty still grips Taiwan in the wake of the deadly riots at last month's political rally. With the death toll standing at over 300, concerns have been raised that President Ronald Sung's pro-independence government has become too aggressive. President Sung survived an assassination attempt during the rally, which many critics are calling an attempt to incite a war between Taiwan and mainland China. President Sung has refused to back down in the wake of the attempt on his life, and in a speech made earlier this week declared that his life meant nothing compared to Taiwanese independence. Taiwanese authorities announced the execution of attempted assassin Wen Shu today. Investigators have uncovered no motive for the assassination attempt. A copy of Catcher in the Rye, a novel famously associated with conspiracy theories and secret American brainwashing programs, was found in his apartment, leading to internet speculation that Wen Shu was an American sleeper agent planted to assassinate Sung and touch off a war with China. U.S. government sources have declined comment.